Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Draymond Green roasts Skip Bayless, I'm better than you at life. Draymond Green tore in on Skip Bayless on the latest episode of his podcast, criticizing the controversial sports show host for his declining ratings since Shannon Sharpe's departure. Green made it clear he'd never appear on Undisputed to talk to Bayless, calling the show dead. Everybody skipping past Skip Bayless since Shannon left him, and he comes out and says he'll have me eating the plan of his hands. I am not coming on your show, Skip. I'm gonna keep skipping past you, just like everyone else skipped on you, because that show is dead. No one wants to hear you talk anymore. In the words of Richard Sherman, I am better than you. I'm better than you at life. I am just better than you. Draymond then showed off the honors he's won over his NBA career to the camera and reminded Skip he doesn't have any accomplishments that come close to that. Skip pin Skip. That's a wrap from the Draymond Green Show. Skip, you never had one of these, shows championship rings, or one of these, shows the Larry O'Brien trophy. We don't respect you. That had to be a rough watch for Bayless, who was among the NBA's most prominent voices on television for years. Much of his notoriety has been built on the back of being a heavily critical figure on the sport and its legends, with Bayless often known as LeBron James' biggest detractor in the media. Due to the abrasive nature of his show, many players and analysts foster a deep dislike for Bayless. He fell out with Stephen A. Smith and left ESPN at the peak of his popularity before creating a successful show on Fox with Shannon Sharpe. A messy end to the relationship with Sharpe left the NFL Hall of Famer to join ESPN and unlock greater ratings for First Take, which has buried Bayless. His show is struggling to consistently crack 100,000 viewers despite guests like Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Sherman, and even Lil Wayne. Green coming out as aggressively as he did to savor Bayless' downfall is not an accident. The Warriors star has ample reason to be mad at the television host, especially after Bayless openly claimed that Draymond had sold his loyalty to LeBron James. Once upon a time during Game 4 of the 2016 Finals, Draymond, you called LeBron on the court a B****ch to his face. You kicked him below the belt, you kicked several people below the belt, you obviously got suspended for Game 5 and the rest is NBA history. Soon after that season ended, it sure looked like you allowed LeBron to buy your loyalty, to buy you off. You became business partners with him. What a sellout. Questioning Green's character like this when you are one of the biggest voices in sports media is not only reckless but is bordering on defamation. Green should carry a grudge against someone who questioned his integrity over an off-court relationship, especially on such a large platform. Bayless has recently started toning his aggressive takes down, even praising Bronny James ahead of the NBA draft when the entire world is trolling the 19-year-old. But the damage seems to have been done, as Bayless' years of aggression have turned a lot of his viewers off from his content in 2024. Warriors expected to pursue trade for Jimmy Butler if available, report. The Golden State Warriors are being floated as a potential trade suitor for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler. There is one important caveat, as it is unclear if the Heat will listen to trade offers for the six-time All-Star. According to The Athletic's Anthony Slater, the Warriors are likely to have an interest in Butler if the star becomes available. The same cannot be said for New Orleans Pelicans forward Brandon Ingram, who has also been the subject of NBA trade rumors. We discussed some of the Warriors' options on our off-season preview podcast, Slater detailed in a May 30, 2024 story titled, Klay Thompson's Market, Warriors Coaching Staff Changes and Other Free Agents to Watch. Two quick situations of note: if Brandon Ingram hits the trade market, I would not expect the Warriors to show interest. If the Heat shop Jimmy Butler, I would expect the Warriors to enter the conversation to at least some degree, Slater wrote. Butler's future remains complicated, and Heat president Pat Riley appeared to throw gasoline on the fire when calling out the superstar after Miami was eliminated. Riley discussed everything from Butler's availability, contract extension, or lack thereof, and the star's trash talk despite being sidelined. Butler potentially still has 2 seasons remaining on a 3-year, $146.3 million contract. The superstar has a player option after the 2024-25 season. If exercised, this would allow Butler the ability to hit free agency in 2025. Butler has a sizable $48.7 million cap hit in 2024-25. The backdrop for this discussion is the uncertain future of Klay Thompson. If Thompson leaves in free agency, could Warriors get aggressive in trying to land a replacement star like Butler or another veteran? Slater reported that there is a realistic chance Thompson is playing elsewhere next season. The calendar flips to June this weekend. It's the final month of Klay Thompson's current contract with the Golden State Warriors, and there remains a realistic chance these are the fading days of his 13-year run with the organization, Slater noted. As the decision on his future nears, there's been no notable movement from either side toward a resolution, league sources said. The Warriors haven't exactly been beating down his door to work out the framework for an extension, which can be signed at any time. In turn, the 34-year-old Thompson appears ready to test free agency waters, exploring external options for the first time in his career. Butler averaged 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.3 steals per game while shooting 41.4% from long range this season. The biggest number when evaluating Butler is his availability, as the star played just 60 games in 2023-24. Butler has not played in 65 or more games in 5 straight seasons. The Athletic's Shams Charania reported that Butler's preference would be to remain in Miami for the foreseeable future. It could be up to Miami on how they want to handle Butler's future. If the door opens, the Warriors may attempt to form a new trio of Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Jimmy Butler has always made it clear he wants to be in Miami long-term. It's going to be about will they be able to pay him what he wants, Charania said in a May 7 episode of Run It Back. Shaquille O'Neal explains why he is jealous of LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson. In a recent appearance on the Draymond Green Show, 4-time NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal revealed his envy for players like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and LeBron James. Ever since I was a youngster, jealousy motivates me. I'm jealous of Steph Curry. I wish I could *****ing shoot like that. I'm jealous of Klay. I wish my jump shot was that motherf *****ing pretty. I'm jealous of LeBron, he's almost a billionaire, I'm not. While jealousy and envy are typically considered vices, O'Neal proudly used those feelings to help motivate his game. During his prime, the 7 feet 1 inch big man desired to be the most dominant player on the floor, and he used hate to empower some of his greatest performances. Instead of taking that jealousy and turning it into hate, it turns into motivation, said O'Neal. As a 4-time champion, 1-time MVP, 15-time All-Star, and 2-time scoring leader, Shaquille O'Neal has accomplished more in the league than most players can even dream of. Even now, long after the Lakers legend has retired, he's still using the methods that motivated him to help drive others. We all get criticized, said O'Neal. I was told one day if there's some truth to the criticism, you have to look at it differently. So when I criticize players, I try to put some truth in it. That's what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did to me. Even a guy as legendary as Shaq had limitations both on and off the court, and he wasn't blind to that. Unlike other players, however, Diesel never let his flaws define his career. Anytime critics or haters tried to come at his game, he turned it into fuel to enact his will on opponents. Throughout his NBA career, O'Neal, drafted first overall in 1992, was a fierce competitor who held himself to the highest standards. He never shied away from a challenge and always sought to command his presence as a dominant force under the rim. In the media, O'Neal still follows that same approach and wants today's bigs to respond by proving him wrong with sheer dominance. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Shaquille O'Neal? Leave your opinion in the comments.